Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Claressa Shields credits the gyms and youth centers of Flint, Michigan as what saved her life as a child and allowed her to get on the path to becoming the greatest female boxer of all time, the GOAT. In that spirit tonight, Claressa Shields, Kronk Boxing, and Emanuel Stewart's Champions of Tomorrow brought 1,000 youth from Detroit and Flint to her World Championship fight tonight to recognize and honor them in a 1,000 Nights of Stars celebration. At this time, I would like to ask all those 1,000 youth to now stand and hold up your cell phone flashlights, and let's all give them a big round of applause. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Salida Promotions in association with 313 presents Little Caesars Arena, Kronk Boxing Gym, Emanuel Stewart's Champions of Tomorrow, Motor City Casino, Bishop International Airport, Clark Hill, and Mark Taffet Media proudly present your main event of the evening. This feature attraction has been reviewed and approved by the Michigan Unarmed Combat Commission. The commissioner in attendance tonight is Don Weatherspoon. The lead inspector is Scott Affolter. Your officials for this main event are as follows. Your matchmakers are Eric Botcher, Steve Clementi, and Lena Curry-Luke. Timekeepers, Joe Collins and Joan Ferran. Lead ringside physicians, Dr. Mike Elderani and Dr. Peter Samet. The judges ringside scoring the bout, John Basili, Waleska Rowland, and Robin Taylor. And your main event referee is Mike Griffin. And now, Detroit fight fans, the fighters are ready, the officials are ready. Motown, are you ready for your main event? It's time to throw down in Motown. This matchup is scheduled for 10 rounds, and it is for the unified middleweight championship of the world. Introducing your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, the challenger, wearing black trunks, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. She weighed in at 155 pounds. She comes to the ring with a record of 16 wins, 5 losses and no draws, with 6 of those big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Grandview, Washington, here is the #1 ranked contender, Maricela La Diva Cornejo. And now her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the green and gold, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in at 159.6 pounds. She comes to the ring with a perfect record of 13 wins and no defeats, with 5 of those big victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Flint, Michigan, here is the sport of boxing's greatest woman of all time. 2012, 2014, and 2016 World Amateur Champion. 2015 Pan American Games Champion. 2-time 2012 and 2016 Olympic gold medalist. WBAN Lineal Super Middleweight Champion. WBC Silver Female Super Middleweight Champion. IBF, and WBC Female Super Middleweight World Champion, and the reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, and WBF Female Middleweight Champion of the World, the GOAT, Claressa T-Rex Shields. Referee Mike Griffin with final fight instructions.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now. You're boxing as well. God bless you both.
Just a couple of weeks ago, Katie Taylor had her run derailed and lost to Chantel Cameron. She was surprised by the outcome of that fight. Can Maricela Cornejo be the one to knock off Claressa Shields and take her off that #1 pound-for-pound spot?
Maricela Cornejo on just 9 days' notice, taking on the tallest task in all of women's boxing.
Box!
Round 1, our main event underway. Claressa Shields, Maricela Cornejo, 10 two-minute rounds for the undisputed women's middleweight title.
Good left hand there by Claressa Shields.
Cornejo does have a good left jab. I had mentioned at the top, she has a long reach, 72 inches, 5 foot 10 inches tall.
Cornejo is certainly a big, powerful athlete, a two-sport collegiate athlete before she turned to boxing. The question is, can she close what is presumed to be a quite wide skill gap here tonight? Claressa thinks, in her words, that Cornejo is 3 levels beneath her. She's trying to show that early on here in the contest.
Oh, big right hand from Claressa.
One thing we see often in Claressa Shields fights is that she creates doubt in her opponents early. And right now she is backing Cornejo up.
Yeah, I think that right hand created a lot of doubt in Cornejo a couple of moments ago.
I'm surprised she's giving up her height. She's squatting over quite a bit, getting to the same eye level as Claressa. I don't think that's a great idea. I think she should stay tall, stay long.
The jab breaks through there from Shields. Final 10 seconds of the opening round. Shields just missing with that right hand.
Wait! Watch your back of your head. Time!
It's like respecting. She's respecting your power too much, which is good. So take your time and close that distance. Every time you get close, go to the body front. The jab is good. You get a little closer with it. When you throw that right hand looping it, every now and then give me that straight right hand we worked on. And come back to the hook, but don't rush yourself. All right? She's scared to death. She was happy to be here. Take your time and take her to school the way you know how. Go ahead, G. Take your time, sir. Take your time. You're the greatest for a reason. Take your time and show the world what you're made of. No rush. Go downstairs to the body.
Round 2 underway here in our main event. Undisputed middleweight champion Claressa Shields off to a good start, but Cornejo coming out firing here in round 2.
He ran with a nice 1-2-3 right down the middle. And we spoke about the power of Cornejo. She showed it right there. She's throwing those punches with bad intentions.
Shields told us that one of the keys for her in this fight, which she does anyway, is to throw in combination, particularly because of something she saw in how Cornejo reacts to punches like that.
Yeah, Claressa set that up with a beautiful feint. She feinted Cornejo, got that first move out of her, and then was able to time her with the right hand over the top and straightened it out, which is exactly what John David Jackson asked for in the corner.
We mentioned during our opening, Shields said that she's been working in particular on her punch delivery, on how and where she's landing with her knuckles, how those shots are landing. She said that often after fights, her palms have swollen up. But right now, that right hand is landing at will.
Big right hand and a left hand over the top lands for Shields.
Left hook just snaps the head back of Cornejo.
These are huge shots being landed by Claressa Shields.
Big right hand. The head just flying back on Maricela Cornejo.
Actually, I think it broke off some of the beads on one of their hairs. There's beads all over the ring right now.
Yeah, you can see it came from the hair of Maricela Cornejo. They're all over the ring.
These could be a big hazard right now.
I don't think they're as hazardous as the right hands and left hooks that Claressa Shields is landing, actually.
More to worry about than that. Big round 2 for Claressa Shields. Coming up on Saturday, June 17th at the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. It's New Orleans' own Regis Prograis will be taking on Danilito Zorrilla.
Here we see some of those big shots landed by Claressa Shields. That was the first right hand that caught Maricela Cornejo as she was coming in. And here's another shot. Now Claressa is using that beautiful upper body rhythm to slip inside the shot and land a left hook. And here we're going to see another big right hand as she backs up Mari with the double jab, right hand over the top. Huge round for the Globe.
Come on, second out.
We'll see what Mary Cornejo is made of in these moments. I was talking to Franchon Cruz-Dezurn this morning, and she went 20 rounds with Maricela Cornejo earlier in her career. And she said it was complimentary about her skills. Good size, good power, good technique, aesthetically a good fighter, but effectively said she was missing kind of that secret sauce. That when the going gets tough, she doesn't necessarily get going. And this is going to be a big test for Cornejo, trying to get her game going in this third round.
Well, Shields said that even though she was sparring with Franchon Cruz throughout camp, those two are very good friends. She said she didn't ask Franchon a single question about Cornejo. She said, I don't need to know anything.
Oh, good right hand there from Cornejo over the top. Oh,
Good catch for it again, but it's Shields that gets there first.
Cornejo just made 2 feints there, but she did nothing with it. She actually probably could have landed a right hand, but didn't let it go. She's been hesitant to throw.
Cornejo just missed with another right hand there. Cornejo has shown good timing with her right hand throughout her career, and in this fight when she has thrown it, it certainly is a weapon at her disposal.
She's technical, she's tough, she has power.
She's intelligent because she needs to be.
Another big right hand.
Cornejo told us she needs to be more aggressive. Right now, she is in full retreat.
Yeah, and those looping shots are a great weapon for when a taller opponent is evading you as they're going back and getting away from you. Those right hands are landing right on the money.
Right hand again comes down the middle from Shields. Final 10 seconds of round 3.
And you can really see what Team Shields was talking about in terms of working on their power. She's not just overwhelming her opponent with volume, she's landing hard shots with her feet underneath her.
that for you? Oh, you good. Good round. Everything that you're doing is good. You got to get a little closer. You're a little bit too far away with your shot. Do me a favor. Start investing in that body for me. Take her downstairs. Everything else is good. Listen.
Ponte conmigo. ¿Estamos bien, Mari? Ok, vamos. Vamos, nena.
Round 4 underway. Chris Mannix, how do you have this one scored so far?
I've got it 3 rounds to none in favor of Claressa Shields. Pretty easy fight to score at this point. She's landing the bigger shots. She's landing more of those shots, and she has been in attack mode since the first second of the opening round.
Shields, of course, coming off that victory over Savannah Marshall in one of the biggest women's fights of all time, one of the best women's fights of all time. But she still felt that there were things she could have improved upon in that fight.
Yeah, we always talk about the knockout, right? Everyone wants the knockout. Claressa's in the same boat. She wants the knockout too. I believe she has the power to do it. She's physically strong. She's fast. Lets her hands go. But there's some certain things that we're missing. We actually spoke about that in the fighter meeting. That's what she's looking to do here in that streak.
Counter right hand over the top there from Shields.
Yeah, look, when you face top competition throughout your career, oftentimes that means knockouts don't necessarily come. I mean, she fought Franchon Cruz-Dezurn, who is now the undisputed champion at 168 in her very first pro fight. So she has been fighting the best in any of these weight classes for most of her time.
Oh, good overhand right from Cornejo.
Yeah, we should point out that 3 of Shields' opponents have gone on to win world titles after she fought them as well. So Shields certainly dominant, has certainly cleared out these divisions, but she has been beating the best available to her. Right now, just trying to maybe beat Maricela Cornejo mentally. A little bit of showboating along the ropes.
Oh.
Great right hand right down the middle from Shields.
Shields doing a good job of placing those punches. She's aiming almost like for the collarbone, so she lands on the chin. That's very smart. That's how you look for knockouts. You aim lower. A lot of people aim high in the head. You hit high in the head, it's hard to knock somebody out. Oh, beautiful shot over the top.
One might have grazed off the shoulder of Cornejo, but another one comes right behind it. Another round in the bank for Claressa Shields. Well, coming up on July 8th, Imantas Stanionis takes on Virgil Ortiz Jr. for the WBA welterweight world title, as both men put their unbeaten records on the line.
Tirando esos golpes fuertes, nada. Tú pegas más duro que ella. El ya cámbiamelo para que no te vaya a cantear. Le meto un ya rápido y ahí le hace finta. Ok, límpiate. Vamos a llamar, y nena, que tú, esa coge tú de su derecha y se cae. Mírame la cara, cojones, vamos a meterle la gana ahí. Vamos. Let's go. Vamos a llamar.
Ismael Salas getting a lot more animated in the corner in between rounds.
He's trying to spur his charge on. Cornejo starts these rounds being more aggressive, but it's usually just a matter of time before Claressa takes over.
There's a right hand from Cornejo. Get some early success in these rounds.
Ooh, good overhand right.
That right hand beat the check hook of Shields to the punch there. There's a right hand down the middle again from Shields.
This is where we see that smothering, overwhelming style of Claressa that we've grown so accustomed to.
You know, Chris, you heard John David Jackson say between rounds, invest more in the body. And those were situations right there. Claressa was headhunting, and Cornejo had her hands all the way up. She'd be wise to kind of go downstairs a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been very, very good advice from the corner of Shields with John David Jackson, one of the premier trainers in the game today. One of the last teachers left of the trainers out there today. Oh, good hard jab from Shields.
Jab there from Shields. Well, and one thing that Shields and Jackson have identified in Cornejo is that sometimes she can overcompensate when trying to roll with punches and turning her head, so they feel if Claressa can throw in combination, they might be able to catch her with a shot that she's not seeing.
And I agree with them. That's something that I've seen in past fights with Cornejo. I'm not seeing that tonight.
No, I'm not either.
Big shots there.
Look at this. Shields all over Cornejo.
The amount of clean right hands that Shields is landing tonight. Really dangerous shots.
Well, if anything, Cornejo doesn't have time to roll with those shots because her head is just snapping back from the impact of the right hand of Claressa Shields.
You know, Claressa Shields said one of the reasons she's not picked up many knockouts lately is because her opponents like pain. Cornejo absorbing a lot of pain so far.
Massive right hand connects again from Shields. Cornejo takes it, and that will do it for the round.
Cornejo is showing to have some chin.
Good round, good round. You're good, you're good. Very beautiful. You got her attention, you got her respect. Now you got to step forward. You go cut that ring off from her. She starts dancing, go to your right. Cut that ring off, make her engage with you. She don't want to engage. So take your time, what you're doing is great. Just step to that right woman, cut that ring off.
Add some more face in it. Add some more face. The face gonna show you this. The right hand should try to land. And you can counter it. Once you see what you're gonna see it easier.
I see.
The face gonna make her bring it. No, yeah, you did it very
She got a good right hand. She don't throw it in here. That man, look.
Move the head a little bit more.
Límpiate los guantes. Vamos allá, nena. Vamos allá, nena.
Check it out. Let's go. Move it.
Well, interesting back and forth there between Shields and John David Jackson. Shields acknowledging that Cornejo has a good right hand.
Yeah, speaking to us, we've been saying since the top of the show, Cornejo does have power. She can punch with that right hand, has a pretty decent left hook as well. And I will say Cornejo has adjusted some of the mistakes I think I've seen her make in the past. Like we talked about her turning her head, not having her feet underneath her. She's been very well balanced tonight. And I think that's part of the reason why she's been taking these shots so well. But she's showing that power and balance very well tonight.
In between rounds, her cornerman, Ismael Salas, has been pressing her to feint more when she's in the ring and use that jab a lot more sharp.
Well, let's go over to Claressa Shields' corner where Claudia Trejosa is standing by.
Thank you, Corey. John David, she's still using that looping right. You're not very happy about that.
Well, she's landing it from time to time, so I'm happy with it, but I'd rather she goes straight right hand right down the middle.
And how is she taking those punches from Cornejo?
Taking pretty good. She's still here, so she's doing well. You know, she's controlling the fight the way she wants to. She's just a little wild with that right hand. Once she's the right hand in order, she'll be okay.
And Cornejo can actually take a lot of punches. How is she handling that?
Well, she's not number one for a reason. She's definitely there. She deserves where she's at. She's a good fighter. We didn't take her lightly. Even though she was the last minute replacement, we knew she was good.
Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Corey.
Thank you so much, Claudia. Saw two more right hands from Shields coming down the middle. More the type of delivery that John David Jackson is asking for there, right down the middle.
You know, I think at this stage, Cornejo, she should just go for broke, punch with Claressa the way she is. That's where she has the best shot to try and get Claressa to run into something. Because Cornejo does have power. She's showing that she has enough power to get some respect, but she's not landing enough.
Claressa's still not going downstairs as much as she probably should. Cornejo's guard is way up. Those body shots are working.
Shields trying to double up on that left hook as the seconds tick away. Here in round 6, it just misses with a colossal right hand. Does Shields.
And to the point of John David Jackson, if that was a straight right hand, it would have landed.
Un solo problemita, Mari, te está quedando muy alta. Ella te está tirando por arriba. ¿Viste? Cuando esté en la cuerda, mete una cabeceo.
Coming up on Saturday, July 15th, back here in the Motor City. Alicia Baumgartner will take part in a rematch against Cristina Linardadu. That's Saturday, July 15th, live here on DAZN.
Tú has trabajado muy duro para esto. Vamos allá, nena. Límpiate los guantes conmigo. Vamos allá, mi Mari. Dale, traquéala, vamos, vamos.
Round 7 underway. shot breaks through there from Cornejo. Again, the pattern of Cornejo having some success in the opening 20 seconds, but then Shields kind of taking over. Chris Mannix, how do you have this one so far?
I've got it 6 rounds to none in favor of Claressa Shields. I agree with you guys. Cornejo's made some adjustments, but Claressa's pressure has just defined this fight. She is pressing most of the action and landing most of the bigger shots.
Well, I think it is important to contextualize this fight, as it always is with Claressa Shields, because Maricela Cornejo is making adjustments. She's taking these shots. She's in the fight, but she's also in there with a singular generational talent in Claressa Shields, who is all over her right now.
And to Cornejo's credit, she's not standing, she's not folding under pressure. She's punching back. She's getting hit with some big shots, but it doesn't seem like the fight's getting punched out of her yet. Chris really putting on pressure.
Oh, that right hand almost got there.
They both swung big one.
Now Shields going downstairs to the body, an uppercut to the body, climbs the ladder with a left hook. Head movement from Shields as well, getting out of the way of the right hand, which again she has acknowledged is a weapon for Cornejo. Oh! Big right hand snaps the head back of Cornejo.
Would have liked to see Claressa Shields follow that up.
We've heard that shout ringside.
Cornejo might be hurt. Cornejo a little bit unsteady right now. And Shields has the gait of a fighter that looks like she has her opponent wounded.
We hear arguments all the time for 3-minute rounds. There's an example of what might have happened if that round had an extra minute.
Here we see some great work from Claressa Shields, overwhelming Cornejo in that last round, jumping all over, chasing her around the ring. But as to Chris Mannix's point, mostly headhunting. She would be better served to throw some body shots in there as well. Here's that huge right hand at the end of the round that snapped the head back of Cornejo.
And she kind of admired it there for a second, Chris. I was waiting for her to follow up. That was the punch that John David Jackson's been asking for the better part of 7 rounds.
Yeah, beautiful straight right hand right down the middle. One of the only straight ones she's thrown tonight.
Come on, John.
Round 8 begins, 3 to go here in our main event. Claressa Shields maybe had Maricela Cornejo in genuine trouble for the first time in this fight, but not enough time remaining in the round for her to capitalize.
See Claressa smiling, flashing the jab, getting low, showing so many different wrinkles to the game tonight. Oh, beautiful. Check hook there.
Counter to the body there from Shields.
Nice jab work.
Be hearing the message from John David Jackson to start aiming downstairs a little bit more often. Much tamer round here in round 8.
Yeah, you can see Claressa's thinking, analyzing. Beautiful slip inside, left hook upstairs. Analyzing, setting up traps. Walt Cornejo into an overhand right there.
Cornejo content to be out of range this round, and Claressa content to look for openings, style a little bit here in round 8.
Double left hook on the inside from Claressa as well.
And now back to the mean streak. There's the left hand to the body as well.
Yeah, left and a right to the body. Good mixing up there from Claressa Shields.
Now Shields picking up the tempo here at the end of round 8.
Claressa chose to box more that round and completely shut Cornejo off.
We look at the skyline of the Motor City, the exterior of the Little Caesars Arena, the great fight town of Detroit, Michigan, and the home of the 1984 world champion Detroit Tigers. Had to work that one in, guys. Big crowd in attendance here tonight. Take a look at the corner of Claressa Shields. Round 9 underway. Claressa Shields taking a little bit of a different approach in round 8. And to your point, Chris Algieri, just completely shut off Maricela Cornejo. The more aggressive version of Shields produced some scarier moments for Cornejo, but when she was boxing the way she was in round 8, there was just nothing coming back.
Yeah, there was nothing for her to do. And, there was some opportunities. Cornejo's only landed a handful of punches all night long, and it's always been during exchanges. But in a boxing match, she just doesn't have the skill set that Claressa has and can't keep up. Ooh, good left hook over the top.
Early in the last round, John David Jackson was telling Shields to double up on her jab and get to the inside. And come behind it with a right hand like that.
Yeah, left hook, right hand combination catches Cornejo. Brilliant. Shields putting on a lot of physical pressure now. Stepping forward. Ooh. And even if she's not throwing as many punches in terms of volume, just her body pressure, her physical presence. Seems like it's starting to wear on Cornejo.
Yeah, this seems like the best of both worlds between all-out aggression and what we saw in round 8. Shields just applying that physical and mental pressure, but not afraid to let the big right hand go.
Chris, you spoke to it about the 3-minute rounds. Man, I would love to see Claressa Shields in a 3-minute round.
Break, no punches. Go back.
Seconds of round 9 as Shields tries to find another one of those right hands. She does, right down the middle at the bell.
Last round. Whatever you want to do, this is the last round to do it. All right? Very good work. Just don't get careless on it, because if she does the last round, she'll come out trying to do something stupid. Just don't get careless with it. Do your thing. Good round. Very good round.
Vamos allá, Mari. Vamos. Nos vamos para el último.
Tenth and final round of our main event here between the undisputed middleweight champion Claressa Shields and the challenger Maricela Cornejo. And guys, you know that a fight is one-sided when the trainer, in this case John David Jackson, just tells his fighter, whatever you feel like doing this round, go ahead and do it. With that, Chris Mannix, how do you have this one scored?
Yeah, I've got it 9 rounds to none. Complete shutout in favor of Claressa Shields. She has dominated this fight from start to finish. I think John David Jackson's message pertained to maybe Claressa Shields wants to go out and try to land some big shots, get a little reckless. I think he's fine with that, as long as she's just cautious about what's going on and what's coming back from Maricela Cornejo.
I haven't seen anything really dangerous coming from Cornejo in the last couple of rounds, so she could be safe enough. She could go out there and risk trying to get that knockout. I think she's safe at this point.
And I think the only thing I'd like to see more of, again, from Claressa Shields is some of those body shots. She has been headhunting this entire night. And give her credit, she's been effective with those headshots. She's landed some bombs on Cornejo. But to mix things up, try to take advantage of the element of surprise, I'd like to see her go to the body a little bit more.
And also just to break down your opponent in a different way. You know, Cornejo has shown an incredible chin, is taking these shots, not having the fight beaten out of her at all, but still not in place to win any of these rounds. Like
Cornejo, to her credit, is in great shape. She came into this fight full training camp out in Las Vegas. She's working with Ismael Salas, did her strength and conditioning with Larry Wade. So this is probably the best conditioned version of Cornejo we're seeing.
And if she wasn't, she wouldn't be here. She still wouldn't be here. She would have got stopped a few rounds ago.
Cornejo will certainly get more opportunities after this one, but just did not have enough for Claressa Shields here tonight. Final 10 seconds of the contest. There's a body shot from Shields and another one. No knockout, but Claressa Shields plays the hits here in Motown. And a nice show of affection at the end of the fight. Important to note, as Morgan Campbell wrote about in the New York Times this week, these two are friends outside of the ring, and they have really opened up to one another. They share some common life experiences. Their road to get to boxing somewhat similar. These are two people, Chris, that care about one another outside of boxing. They had to set it aside here for tonight. You saw at the end of the fight how these two really feel about it.
I think you see a lot of that in women's boxing because the talent pool is so small, and especially in these higher weight classes, they have to spar together. They're around each other a lot. Like Francois Cruz and Shields, they talk about fighting each other later, which is very possible. So yeah, it is what it is. It's the opportunity, but at the end of the day, they still fight their hearts out, and that's what matters.
Sonny Edwards makes his debut on DAZN as he takes on Andres Campos in the defense of his flyweight world title in London. Look of satisfaction on the face of Claressa Shields. As we know about her, she always nitpicks her performances, and no doubt this will be no different.
I mean, she did some incredible work tonight and really set up some amazing shots. She set up really good traps and was able to crack Cornejo with both right hands and left hooks. She showed her power, didn't get the stoppage, but I think a lot more of that is a testament to the chin of Cornejo than the lack of power from Shields, because she landed some big bombs. Definitely fighting a little bit differently now, trying to set those single shots up. There were opportunities for her to follow up, especially going to the body, which Sean David Jackson was asking for. Once she finally straightened that right hand out, which we just saw, she landed some really, really big, powerful shots, and that kind of took the fight out of Cornejo. She was still in there, still trying to fight, but she couldn't muster as much up as she was early on. But all in, I think that was a fantastic performance from Claressa Shields.
Dominant from start to finish, and I'm sure we'll discuss this afterwards, but the question is always, where does Claressa Shields find resistance? She found some against Savannah Marshall, really the only demon she had to exercise in her career, an amateur loss when she was a teenager. But where will she find that competition? She have to go down to 147, where she told us she'd be willing to do it for about $2 million if she can do it. Yeah, $2 million she'll go down to 147. All right, we are ready to make this one official. Let's send it up to Pete Trevino for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put a big round of applause together for both of the fighters in this ring. After 10 rounds of championship boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Basili scores the contest 100-89. Judge Rowland scores it 100-90. And Judge Taylor scores it 100-90. All for your winner by unanimous decision. And still the undisputed female middleweight champion of the world, the GOAT, Claressa T-Rex Shields.
So no surprise, a shutout. Unanimous decision for the undisputed champion, Claressa Shields. And again, a sign of respect from her to Maricela Cornejo, who, once again, 9 days notice. Let's listen in.
Thank you. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate so much.